Crystal Alchemy, and today I'm going to be talking about the consciousness of mermaids, and wearing my mermaid pendant, of course. And to be completely honest, I am working on completely freeing my voice and speaking whatever wants to come through, just being my authentic self regardless of how it's received. So yeah, that is actually part of this video. So what I'm going to be speaking about today are the particular traits or frequencies that are associated with mermaid energy or consciousness. And there's quite a few of them, so I'm going to get started. The first one is sound, their relationship or embodiment of sound wisdom, in how it is associated with geometry. Many of you who are watching this video are probably aware of how sound creates shape and is actually the basis of creation because it's frequency, and everything is frequency. So it's the wisdom of how certain frequencies will create certain shapes or form or geometry and how that works through into creation. So it is sound. I guess, I'm sure you probably have heard of cymatics. So it's kind of like that. So it's their wisdom of working with sound into geometry, which is into form. And the next thing is the beauty frequency. Now, I'm not talking about a feeling of beauty based on one's appearance. It is the feeling of beauty that radiates from within and permeates oneself and one's reality. So it radiates from the heart. And so the beauty frequency is associated with mermaid energy. Another energy is the energy of freedom, complete freedom. And this isn't just in one's physical environment. This is inner freedom. Inner freedom as a result of several other things which I will be talking about. But inner freedom to completely embody one's unique frequency, one's unique traits, one's unique personality. So connected to to the freedom. Two of the things that are associated with the freedom is one, the self-assuredness or self-confidence, because there isn't that programming with you should be like this. You know what I mean? It is embodiment of the uniqueness and an embracing of that uniqueness that one is born with. So it is completely embodying one's unique self without resistance to self. And right after that comes non-resistance or flow. So this is a big one. The non-resistance, we're always coming up against resistance based on so many, belief systems that we have been raised with. So non-resistance, that one's deep. If you really dig into it, resistance can permeate every aspect of our lives. And it definitely takes a deep self-awareness or acute self-awareness to see when and where we are going into resistance, and then why it's happening. And almost always it can connect back to a belief system in which we were raised. And connected with that also is the energy of self-assuredness or confidence in one's unique self. Another trait of mermaid consciousness is interconnectedness with others. Interconnectedness with others, which also comes with the acceptance of everybody else's uniqueness and accepting their own, if that makes sense. So it's more of a unity consciousness versus separation consciousness. So that means there's not judgment separating us and not connected to certain belief systems that separate. It's more of a unity and oneness. And another trait is stewardship. And this is stewardship over our environment. It's the sense of how can we positively impact our environment and, whoever and whatever is in our environment. How can we caretake? How can we have responsibility for? How can we enhance environment? And stewardship. And last but not least is the energy of joy. And joy isn't necessarily, oh, I'm happy. Joy is more of a state of alignment within oneself, where you don't have all of those like blockages within self and resistance within self. So it's more of an aligned state of complete embodiment of one's natural state. And that in itself can create a sense of inner freedom that results in joy. And so far, that is what has come through to be shared. I hope you enjoyed all of that. And regarding the Mermaid orgonite pendant, I will be releasing it. I did make my first one a few months ago. I'll just share it again. The only reason I haven't released it, well, obviously divine timing, it wasn't time. And I now know some changes I need to make to it before I completely release it. And that change is that it needs to include abalone. And I'll be making another pendant with abalone as the complete background. So I'll be sort of experimenting with that and see how it comes out. But I'm really excited to make the next version of the Mermaid pendant and to release it to you guys, for those of you who also feel very connected to this consciousness and energy. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys, and sending lots and lots of love.